Good evening, Sri Lanka. For 30 years, Sri Lanka's experienced and have faced the consequences of Black July 1983. How much blood has spilled in those 30 years? The loss of the lives of thousands of people. The time is right to look back at the incidents of Black July 1983 with much thought and conscience. Are we going to allow another Black July resurface in what we called our motherland? Details came to light later on that certain politicians looked on and were as mere spectators as events leading to Black July were unfolding right before their very eyes. We also witnessed how certain politicians and rulers allowed these incidents to happen, and it was the generations who had to pay the price for their inaction for 3 decades. We witnessed it. We experienced it. Should we allow the dark hours, days, and years of history repeat itself in this country? A state of emergency has been imposed in the country as we speak, and the Kandy Administrative District is under curfew. We, the people, salute the immediate action taken by this government to ensure that law and order prevails and that executive orders are also issued and that the people follow them. We should also extend our gratitude to the police and the tri-forces, who have been following the executive orders and are working to ensure the safety of the general public and that peace is maintained in the country. But the question is, what are the people expecting now? We as a people are expecting that the situation in our country returns to normalcy and peace prevails. But it is a responsibility of all the sectors to work as one and ensure that peace, law, and order prevails. Is this not what the people of this country want? All of us are aware of the decisions and actions that we should follow when a state of emergency or a curfew situation is in place. In order to avoid a repetition of the events that transpired during Black July 1983, we should come together and not remain as spectators. Do what it takes and ensure that the instigators of these violent actions are brought before the law. This is what the people want. Having said this, even the international community have expressed concern over the incidents that have transpired over the past 2 days.
The United Nations in Sri Lanka is concerned about the recent incidents of communal violence and condemns these acts in the strongest possible terms. The United Nations urges authorities to take immediate action against perpetrators and to ensure that appropriate measures are swiftly taken to restore normalcy in affected areas. The United Nations also urges authorities and all citizens to ensure that the rule of law is upheld, human rights are protected, and security and safety is ensured for all. The US statement said, "Rule of law, human rights and equality are essential for peaceful coexistence. It is important that the government of Sri Lanka act quickly against perpetrators of sectarian violence, protect religious minorities and their places of worship, and conclude the state of emergency swiftly, while protecting human rights and basic freedoms for all."